This is Magic People, Magic Drink. Lots of magic on this call, including you lovely magical people. We're not going to be throwing any rabbits out of hats or anything. 2 takeaways today will be that you will get to know about this unbelievable product that's taking the world by storm at the moment. It's a nutrition technology that is seriously creating some waves in the wellness world. So my name's Deepa. For those of you that don't know me, I joined the PRUVIT family not long ago, so I'm still a newbie, so please be kind. I have, though, got 2 unbelievable people on this call that are going to tell you everything you need to know about the drink that we're talking about. So the 2 things for sure will be what the drink is about and how it can change your life, and then if you choose, also how you could change other people's lives. So the first person I'd like to introduce to the call is Chandanni. Chandanni is an Ayurvedic practitioner. She has been in the industry for 15 to 20 years. Her list of accolades go on. I mean, she's an activist, she is a public speaker, she's a yogi, and she's the best person placed to tell you what this drink is all about, if I'm honest. Our second guest for tonight is also an unbelievable lady, and that is Kristy, who I will bring in shortly. But initially, if I can hand over the mic to Chandanni, she'll tell you a little bit more about the magic drink. Chandanni.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Deepa. What a lovely introduction. Hello, everyone. Super happy everyone's here. If you can, in the chat, please let us know where you're tuning in from. We'd love to know. This is an international all-star group. I have the privilege of knowing some very, very powerful, influential, and revolutionary people in this company, literally within weeks. Most of us, a lot of us have spent lifetimes in wellness, practicing businesses that have been trying to make the world a more efficient and better place. And we've all sort of happened upon each other in this climactic time in our world where there are so many challenges economically and health-wise across the planet that has created this opportunity for us to all gather from all corners of the earth. But one of the most remarkable things, which is something that I've always dreamed of and longed for, is a mass audience, a mass connectivity, a mass union with people across all demographics to come together and understand the urgency of integrated wellness, to understand the emphatic, foundational, just revolution of integrated wellness for all of us, from old people to young people to different cultures, different backgrounds. Doesn't matter what our religious beliefs are, doesn't matter what our philosophical beliefs are, that if we can have integrated wellness, radiant body, radiant mind as the foundation, the birthright of each of us, we can create magic in this world. We can create paradise on earth, and we can have diversity. We can have people that are into all kinds of different things, because when you look at a tree has different leaves and every single leaf is different. But when one leaf is missing from a tree and you look up at the tree, you can see that that leaf is missing. It's the same thing for us as individuals on the planet. We each have a purpose. We each have a mission. We each have an offering, a service. We cannot attain to that until we meet the criteria of foundational integrated wellness. And we have happened upon a disruptive product made, handmade. Who for? The elite military of the US government, one of the most progressive military institutions of the entire world. Top scientists have come up with a formula to optimize body-mind optimization for these military folks so that they can function at a very, very, very high capacity. What have we got in our hands? We've got something technological, modern, natural. It's created in a lab, but it's naturally fermented. It's a salt. It's a salt. What does this do? It's a catalyst. It goes into our body and it works adaptogenically. This is a big word, right? Adaptogens mean that something from the outside goes inside, recognizes what needs to be taken care of, and then triggers the natural pharmacy of our own system to start to function optimally. This is the the root of Ayurveda, to recognize the individual, to serve the individual. If one person has heart disease and another person has heart disease, we do not treat those two people the same. We try and come up with different ways of treating those symptoms differently. We have a product on our hands that goes in and catalyzes, instigates this recognition of what needs to be optimized, what needs to be balanced in light speed. And this is what's on our hands today, and we are sharing it as quickly and as powerfully across the world, because we are onto something very, very exciting, and time is not on our side. We need to move strategically, we need to move powerfully, and we need to have each other's back. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce one of the top people in this company who has dedicated also her life to wellness, who has been in the company since the get-go, a very powerful, educated, beautiful, down-to-earth human being, Kristy Walker, who with her husband has paved the way for us to be able to sit here together today and shine this light brighter. Kristy Walker.
Oh my gosh, thank you for that awesome intro. And it's so great to be on here and see all the beautiful faces. I know people have their cameras off because it's late night. It's just past 5 a.m. here in Australia. And I'm just so pleased to be on because you know what, guys, this has changed my life, my husband's life, and my daughter's life. I now get to be at home with her, helping people all over the world all day long, hearing about how this product has changed lives. And from the littlest thing, like not having to nap in the afternoon, to allowing people to live their best life and take on new challenges, build their mindset and belief, and just feel like a better human. So whatever you need me to do, just throw it in there.
What would be amazing is if we could share, if we could hear your story. I mean, I know you and Joe, we're always quite privileged to hear from Joe all the time, but it's very rare that we get you. So we're really lucky, and we feel really lucky for that. Could you share your story with us? I mean, you've created this unbelievable empire within Australia. You're now helping the UK and EU. You are the biggest international part of PRUVIT. So that's a big accolade anyway, but could you tell us more about how it all started for you, please?
Yeah, absolutely. For me, I came in because I just needed help, and he was working with me closely, and he's like, listen, I'm bringing something in from the US. I think this is going to help you. It's a different fuel source. And I was like, okay, listen, I'll do whatever you want. I don't need to know the science. My husband Joe's a nutritionist. He looked at a short video, which hopefully you've all seen by now, talking about how the product works. And he's like, oh, this is such a scam. It's not going to work. It's way too good to be true. So he agreed to try the product to prove it didn't work. I was desperate and would have done anything. What was cool is his experience happened in 3 days. Within 3 days, he actually had his brain lighting up. He wasn't yawning. He was just full on, like his brain was on a different energy, on a different level. And he has a family history of dementia. So for Joe, having that opportunity to really learn about brain health and optimize how to feel it differently has changed his life forever, and hopefully his future forever, knowing all this and being a part of this community focused on education and value. For me, it took me a little bit longer. So I was one of those people, it took about 6 weeks for me to see a difference. But what it did for me is it took me from a tired mom who was basically struggling to get through the day. When I looked in the mirror, I didn't recognize the person I had become. I didn't wear makeup. I didn't care what I looked like. If I went to get groceries, I'd get in there and I'd forget what I had wanted to get. I didn't have the capacity to write a list. I'd put together a kid's table with 4 legs, and I would get confused. Like, it was a really challenging time for me. And all I wanted to was just feel good again and to feel like a human. So after the 6-week point, what I noticed was that I didn't take it one day, and I was the person that I had felt 6 weeks earlier. So for me, it kind of built up slowly, but then I started leaving the house. I went back to mom's group. I started talking on the phone again, and I came out of this dark place because of this drink. So that my story is so different, but it also is quite relatable because the average person, if you think about it, needs more energy, better sleep, improved mood, which is my #1 reason I still continue to take this every single day, mental focus, and just all over energy. So hopefully that story inspires some people to try it, because it's okay to be skeptical. We are skeptical. We're bred to be skepticals. We've all tried things that didn't work. But the best part about this is that you can try it without a risk. You can try it for 20 days and you can get your money back if you don't feel that it worked for you, which I'm very confident won't happen.
Kristy, could you also, just for the benefit of anybody that's only just coming into this and learning about the ketones themselves, could you tell us in terms of demographics how this can affect people individually and change their lives? So obviously, you know, we know what it's done to me, you and Chandanni and Sonia and various others on this call, but how it can help the older generation, women that might be perimenopausal, etc., please.
Yeah, absolutely. So ketones are a signaling molecule. We won't get into the science today, but if you wanted to get some more information, connect with the person that invited you, we'll get you as much information that you need to feel comfortable and get excited about this, because it's more than just a tool to help with fat loss. So the demographics is huge. So anyone, you know, above the age of 18, we want to look at the elderly. There is so many things that can help when you're fueled properly. So if someone is really challenged, they are doing this all day long with carb and sugar cravings, if they are an elite athlete and they just want to take their performance 1% better, there are amazing things that can happen when you give your body ketones. It's a state that we're in when we're born, but oftentimes when you start having carbs and sugars, all of a sudden your body stops using ketones for fuel. So we're going to teach your body again how to utilize ketones as an energy source to help you get that 1% better every day. So we have across the globe with this team that you're seeing today, 100,000 people's lives have been affected by this team. And so that can be anyone that just wants to focus better in university, someone who wants to play better in a sports team. If you have someone that wants to sleep better, because obviously you guys know if you're not sleeping well, your whole day's shattered the next day. And if you have consecutive nights of not sleeping well, that's not good. So if we can help people get a better night's sleep, that's incredible. If you have an elderly family member who's looking to preserve brain health, you know, we can talk about this community and education about so many things besides the ketones that can fuel them differently. MCT oils, you get into this whole biohacking conversation, and it's incredible what you can do with nutrition. And the elderly people who watch their grandchildren playing, but they don't have the energy to get down on the floor, or they're not sure if they get down on the floor, if they can get back up because they're just so sore. There's so many people that have been able to now embrace being a grandparent and actually just pick those kids up and play with them and just have that shift because they're being fueled differently. So have I forgotten anything? Is there any different demographics you specifically want to talk about?
Kristy, I wanted to ask you one thing before I think you covered all the bases. It goes from like babies to the elderly and everyone in between. I just wanted to ask you, one thing is that in Ayurveda, we can speak for hours and hours on constitutions and how the body functions and how unique and special everybody's system is. What is the number one reason in your experience that most people find the results very quickly? Within the first hour of drinking it, they notice something starting to shift. What is the reason that for some people it takes a bit longer? Could you comment on that?
Absolutely, because I lived it. And I would see people coming in and 3 days later we're getting text messages, oh my God, I was up till 11 o'clock cleaning out my fridge. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, why am I not experiencing this? But what happens is there's so many things in your body that, you know, have challenges. So if you have hormone conditions, if you have had leaky gut, if you've had a challenge with having so many medications in your life, what are some of the other ones? We've got, Joe? Inflammate, I can't say that. So I think it's just mostly hormones that can hold you back, challenges with medications. And I think that's pretty much, I'll go back to one more because I know I'm forgetting something, but it all happens, happening in your body, guys. So if you have other things that are holding you back, we need to start working on those, and it starts from the inside out. So I didn't know it was happening until I stopped taking it for a day. And then I saw, reflected on, oh my God, look at how much my life has changed, and I didn't even realize it.
Yeah,
and that's why I'll never stop taking it.
Exactly. I think that for some people it takes 30 to 60 days, I've heard. For some people it takes a couple of days. For some people it takes a month. So I think that each person needs to go on their gut instinct, understand the nature of what this is. And if you are speculating this and you have doubts, do the research. Have a listen to Domenico D'Agostino, who's done years of research, anti-cancer research, and all kinds of body-mind optimization. Have a listen to the experts. There are so many resources in this company, so much help, so much support, and we are dealing with an elite, sophisticated, mass market, disruptive product that is taking the world by storm. So hold your head up high, carry the torch of hope and results in your hand proudly, and share it far and wide, and let's move quickly because time is not on our side. Every single person who invited anyone on this call who has been invited, get on the call with your respective people and friends and try the product, share the product, and let's change this world for the better very, very quickly because we have an opportunity of a lifetime. I don't want to keep anyone for too much longer. We're going to keep these Sunday huddle calls short and to the point. Is there anyone that has anything powerful that they want to end this incredible call with from around the world?
Hey, Chandanni, I remembered what I was going to say. Just really quick, the adaptation phase for ketones, guys, this is actually really important. So thank you for bringing this up. Everybody's so different. And if you haven't been in ketosis since you were born, there's a process where you need to reteach your body how to use those ketones as fuel. So this will work for everyone, but everyone's going to have a different time that's required to really see the results. So when you first start taking those ketones, you might not use them efficiently, but the longer you're on them, the bigger shifts you're going to see. And when you get past that 6-week mark, just wait to see what happens.
Radiant body, radiant mind is the birthright of every single human being on the planet. And we have the vehicle to get everybody there. How exciting. How exciting. So blessed. How lucky are we to be the torch bearers of immediate, modern, effective change? How blessed are we? Deepa, take it home.
So on that high note, for everybody that has been on the call, thank you again so much for your time with us. Anybody that's been invited, please get back in touch with the person that's invited you to tell them how excited you are and how inspired you've been from listening to these two unbelievable women. And we will be doing these calls every Sunday. And there'll always be different guests who will all share experiences with you and how they have started their journey with the PRUVIT family and how they've achieved what they have. So I'm hoping that you'll continue to support us and be with us every single week. Thank you so much, everyone, and hope to see you next week.
Go to Instagram and Facebook and join Magic People Magic Drink, and on Instagram follow Magic People Magic Drink. Love you. Thank you,
Bye.
Kristy.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.